Hi everyone, it's time for today's video based on New York Times connection game. It's basically a game where you create four groups of four words from 16 given words. You have seen the thumbnail, so you know what the first group we are discussing is. Watch to the end of this video and I will also tell you the other three groups of four words, what each word means, and what they have in common. So today's words are pull using force. The first one is rip. Now you can rip something, like the kidnapper or the thief ripped the purse of her hands, right? Rip. You just rip something. Pull using force. And then, or the burglar, rip her bag. So the rip is that one thing, that's one, to rip something, to take it by force. Then we have to rip something apart. You rip my heart apart, you kind of destroy it. To rip something apart means to destroy it, right? And then you can rip something open, as in, use force to open it. Rip apart means that you just rip me apart, you just destroyed me. Then there is rip off, which is very commonly used, and means this is such a rip off, as in you're stealing from me, as in this is not right, as in, you're a charlatan. That's a rip off. That's a rip off. The ticket to, I don't know, see the basketball game is $400. That's such a ripoff, as in that's really stealing. That's not really right. And then you can even say you rip into. He just ripped into me, kind of like attacked me, right? So it's rip is usually always about using force, and then there are different variations of it. The next word for pull using force is tear. Now tear is T-E-A-R, and it's pronounced tear. Right? It's written that you would pronounce it as tear, but it's actually tear. And to tear something apart, and the past tense of it is tore, right? So they tore that whole project apart, or, tear, he tears that from me, and, tore that, tear. And then tear, tear up. But then we have T-E-A-R, and that's pronounced like tear, right? Tears. She had tears in her eyes, right? You know what tears means? But then tear up means rip up, means to destroy. Tear up means to cry, right? So this is why English is so hard, because, the more you learn, the harder it becomes, because tear up and tear up, written exactly the same way, and have nothing in common in terms of meaning. This is why it's important for you to keep coming and watching these videos. And if you fall down, get yourself up, pick yourself up, dust yourself up, keep going. This is a huge journey. This is a long journey. But you will be successful, and your English would be better than native speakers. Trust me on that. I've been doing this for 40 years, and it is really true. So if English becomes too frustrating, just keep going. Come watch these videos, watch movies with English subtitles, speaking English subtitles, think in English. So tear, to tear something up means to rip it up, to destroy it, like tearing a leather up. And as I said, tear, and then you have tears, which is, crying. The next word for pull using force is wrench. Now, in the simplest form, wrench is a noun, right? And you use a wrench as an instrument, as a handyman, right? Or throw a wrench in the machine or something. But to wrench is again pull using force. He wrenched the package away from me. Wrench, pull it away, rip it away, tear it away. Wrench away, wrench. pull using force. But then we have the expression, to throw a wrench into the machine and kind of like stopping the whole thing, right? So that's wrench, but also wrench means, as a verb, means to pull something with force. And the last one is pull using force is yank. You just yanked it off. And usually we use yanked it or yank off. And that means, again, pull something with force. And, rip and tear are much more used than yank and wrench. And of course, yank is also a short for Yankee, which was sort of a derogatory term for Americans. So yank, like yank is American, Canuck is Canadian, Brit is British, but yank is sometimes negative. Hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. So these are a bit of repetitive training, drill. So that's why we have a drill sergeant, D-R-I-L-L, drill. So, and then what's the drill? That's an expression. What's the drill? What are we doing here? What's the drill? But when you have a drill, it's something that you keep trying, you keep doing it. For the next 2 hours, like whatever, jump up and down. That's a drill, right? And that's why you have drill sergeant. But then, as a verb, drill means to pierce. That's why you have a drill. And then, because of that, we have the noun drill, the thing that you make and you drill with. Drill, baby, drill for oil, right? Drilling, piercing something to get something else out. So that's another word. That's a word for bit or repetitive training. And then exercise, you exercise, you do exercises, you go, homework is an exercise. But the exercise can be a noun, which is this is an exercise. This is an exercise. So exercise means, a practice or doing something. This is an exercise in self-control. We want to see how long you won't eat pizza. It's dumb. So I have been doing this exercise for a month. And that, usually exercise there means like a physical thing, right? I've been lifting weights. That has been my exercise. I've been driving, my car, or I've been riding my bike or something. That's exercise. But also exercise means that the homework you do. Did you do your exercises? Now, to exercise means to conduct. So as a verb, usually to exercise, I would recommend exercising caution. Exercise, conducting yourself, acting, behave. Another bit of repetitive training is practice. And, practice is kind of like exercise. And again, you got to be really careful because your teacher gives you exercises. Your teacher doesn't give you practice, but you practice yourself, right? That's why we have the expression practice makes perfect, right? You come to my channel every day and you're practicing your English. You're not exercising your English, you're practicing. You practice something 100 times and whatever, that's practicing. The thing that you're doing is the exercise, but the action, the verb of it is practice. But then we have the noun practice, and it's like I practice. Actually, it could be a verb, it could be a noun. I practice law, right? What's your practice? As in, what's your job? So practice can be, can have various meaning in various places, can have a noun, can be a verb. I've been practicing. Wow, your game is so much better. You're getting so much better at playing poker. I've been practicing, right? Constantly doing exercises. So, okay. The next one for better repetitive training is routine. So, yeah, I wake up in the morning, I do jumping jacks, and I do meditation. That's my morning routine. Routine is something that you do every day or every something, every period of time, you do a routine. But then routine is also, means just every day. That's a very routine thing. You shouldn't worry about that. That's a very normal thing. That's a very average thing. That there's nothing really special about that. That's just a routine, you know. What's your routine in whatever, in eating lunch, right? I don't know, eat lunch and then have an orange juice or something. Routine is something that you do. And then also it could be that's just very routine. It could be a kind of a noun or adjective. And then I routinely see her running. Like that means I usually, right? Routinely. And then in computer science, routine is a program that gets run, and then we have subroutine, which is a smaller set of a problem or program. And these are US based airlines. American, American, and we just had the word yank. So this is what Connections does. It tries to confuse you. We have American and we have yank. But American and Yankee are pretty much the same. So American is somebody from USA or states, as Americans call them, America, they call it states. They don't usually say USA. When you are in the US, they don't say USA, they say states. How long have you been living in states? That's what they usually say. More formal is United States. Almost never nobody says, America. Here in America, when you want to kind of make it some sort of a patriotic thing. But in a sort of a common way, everybody just says states. And then you can say American. American is an adjective, but apple pie is an American, dessert, or baseball is an American sport. But then American also is for an American person. But then sometimes when politicians don't speak, they say American people, right? So you can say American people or Americans. But usually in those contexts, they don't say Americans, they say American people. Especially the presidents who are speaking, they say American. Another US-based airline is Frontier. Now, Frontier, if you watch Star Trek, space is the final frontier. Frontier is like the edge of something, the border, right? So we have, so frontier always means border, edge. So, final frontier, that's reaching after something, going really far, reaching the frontier of science. It's like the very edge, cutting edge. Another US-based airline is Spirit. Now, Spirit, can be in the sense of spiritual, the greatest spirit is with me, God, spirit. But then spirit can you say that in a spirit of being brief, I'm gonna, not talk much. In a spirit of, right? And then we have spiritual, spirit of, in a spirit of, and then you can say, oh, wow, you seem in high spirits, right? High spirits. That means like, wow, you're really doing good. You're feeling good. You're very happy. And then you can say spirited. He gave a spirited speech. That means he was like really exciting the way he conducted the speech. but I feel dispirited. I feel like really low. I have no more energy left. I'm drained, dispirited. Now, spirits also is a word for alcoholic beverages. I was having some spirits. Spirits there means alcoholic beverages, not non-alcohol. Always spirits has to do with alcohol. And the last one for US-based airlines is United. Now, again, we have United, American, Yank, connection is trying to throw you off. So United means come together, right? It's come from unite. Unite is anagram of untie. Untied, united, tie, and then untie and unite. So unite is when several parts come together. So united. We are a united front. We are, unite, to come together, united, right? We are, and there are all kinds of words that come from this union and united, unite. So we are not separate. We are united. We have a united voice. So that's why United States and United Kingdom, all these things, because they're united. They're not separate entities. And then these are beginning with day abbreviations. So Friday. Friar is an expression. I think it's used for members of clergy, kind of a priest or something like that. It's a friar. Now, this is Friar, but if it was a Fryer, that's a fryer. That's something you fry in. That's like a dish or something. Monkey stands for Monday, MON, monkey. Monkey, of course, is the animal. And then we have the verb to monkey around. Stop monkeying around. Stop fooling around. And, don't imitate me like a monkey or something. It doesn't have a lot of meanings. The next one is sun-dry, as in Sunday. Sun-dry, I think it's, drying with the sun. And the last one is wedding, beginning with an day abbreviation. Wednesday, wedding. Now, wedding, it's important to distinguish between wedding and marriage, right? You get married to somebody, that's your marriage. But the wedding is the ceremony, okay? So the ceremony of getting married, it's called the wedding. So that's the wedding. Will you come to my wedding? Which is the ceremony that I'm going to have with my wife. You can't say, will you come to my marriage? That makes no sense. Wedding is a celebration, a ceremony. Having said that, wedding comes from the verb wed, to wed somebody, to marry them. But the wedding itself is a celebration. But wed also means I'm not wedded to this idea. I'm not married to this idea. We should use elevators on a building that has whatever, more than 5 floors, common sense. But I'm not wedded to this idea, right? And you can also say wedding, this was a wedding of a really bad theater and horrible dance. Wedding. So wedding can be also, the coming together of things. So not only humans, but when you're talking about humans, marriage, it's a celebration. Okay. I hope to see you tomorrow. I hope you learned something.